Ever wonder what it's like to be the ultimate loner in a fantasy world? Meet Haruka, a guy with 0 friends, a bag of random junk, and a mission to survive. From goblin battles to magic mishaps, he's about to turn worthless into unstoppable. Are you ready for a wild adventure? Let's dive in. The story begins with Haruka, a boy hiding from a group of goblins who are busy preparing their meal. Trying to slip away unnoticed, Haruka accidentally snaps a tree branch, instantly drawing all the goblins' attention. He bolts, running as fast as he can. But as the goblins close in, Haruka smirks. He suddenly leaps into the air, revealing his trap a hidden pitfall. The goblins tumble straight into it, just as Haruka planned. He tosses off his hoodie, proudly admiring the trap he dug earlier. The scene shifts, showing he's been living alone in this strange world for a while. Cut to Haruka in a classroom, casually reading a manga during lunch break. He calls himself a loner, not just in this world, but in the regular one too. He divides his classmates into categories: the delinquents, guyers, jocks, nerds, class reps, and everyone else. Naturally, he doesn't fit into any of these groups. Just as he rests his head on his desk, something strange happens. A mysterious circle starts glowing beneath him. Chaos erupts in the classroom, and Haruka opens his eyes to see the mayhem. At first, he's thrilled to see a magic circle, but then his face falls, remembering the harshness of other worlds. He tries everything, opening the door, windows, even kicking them, but they won't budge. Desperately, he hurls a chair at the door, realizing it's all a trap. As the magic circle starts teleporting his classmates, Haruka scrambles into the ceiling's air duct, only to be caught by the circle's reach and teleported anyway. Haruka finds himself in a strange white void. He expects to meet some overweight king or a beautiful princess, but instead, an old, confused-looking man with a white beard approaches him. Haruka assumes he must be the god of this new world. A massive wall of skills appears in front of him, and as Haruka gets ready to choose, all the valuable skills vanish, leaving behind only useless ones. Frustrated, he browses the leftover skills, growing more and more annoyed. He complains to the old man, who calmly waves his staff, shattering the skill wall. Suddenly, all the worthless skills pour into Haruka's status. He's then transported to a forest, where he finds a magical bag. To his surprise, the bag has unlimited storage. It's filled with random items, which Haruka calls leftovers. He picks out some gloves and a cloak, intrigued by their look. Haruka tries to check his status window, but instead, a message pops up instructing him to roll dice. He does, landing 2 MS. Panicking, he assumes the M means minus and dreads the worst. But when he checks his status, he discovers one of his skills is maxed out, meaning the M stands for max. Relieved, he continues exploring and notices 2 additional skills: living alone with no friends and unable to make friends. It dawns on him he's destined to be a loner, even in this new world. Determined to build his own house, Haruka ventures deeper into the forest. As the underbrush thickens, he grows uneasy, knowing he's defenseless if a monster shows up. He digs through his bag and finds a special lens that allows him to see the stats of everything around him. Haruka begins scouting the area, collecting mushrooms, which he stashes in his bag. Eventually, he finds a lake, happily drinking its water, and stumbles upon a nearby cave. Haruka tiptoes in, apologizing to any monsters that might live there, but finds it empty. Grinning, he claims it as his home and uses his temperature magic to light a fire before checking his stats again and drifting off to sleep. On day 2, Haruka wakes up, pleased to find no monsters attacked him overnight. Starving, he whips up a beef and mushroom meal, which turns out to be surprisingly tasty. After breakfast, he wonders what to do next and begins collecting supplies for his shelter. Suddenly, he senses movement. 2 goblins are nearby. He checks their stats with his lens, then readies himself for battle. His wooden stick glows with magical power, and Haruka launches himself at the first goblin, knocking it out with a blow to the head. The second goblin charges, but Haruka easily dodges and blasts it into a tree with magic. As the sun sets, Haruka reflects on his first victory and stumbles back to his cave, exhausted. He cooks mushrooms for dinner, checks his stats, and happily notices he's leveled up. By day 3, Haruka is sick of eating mushrooms for every meal but forces them down anyway. Stepping outside, he starts hunting for meat but finds nothing. Frustrated, he practices his magic instead, running so fast it feels like teleporting. He also sharpens his sword skills, easily defeating 2 goblins. Feeling confident, Haruka thinks he can take on 3 goblins, but when he faces them, they look stronger than expected. He wisely runs back to his cave, planning to hunt goblins by day and train his magic by night. On day 5, Haruka successfully takes down a goblin with a single strike and installs a door for his cave to keep out intruders. Later, he spots a rabbit and chases it for some much-needed meat, but just as he catches it, he hears a noise nearby. It turns out to be his classmates. Haruka hides, using his clairvoyant sight to check the surroundings. To his surprise, all the different groups from his class are scattered nearby. Among them is his crush, who's with the class rep group. Memories of his awkward past with her in first grade flood back. He almost approaches to say hi, but stops himself. He's chosen his path alone, free, and determined to conquer this new world his way. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed the journey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more epic content. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't miss out on the next video. There's always more fun, surprises, and challenges ahead. Until next time, stay awesome and keep exploring.